In the previous video, I've already let you know what are the things that you should do before approaching for the interview. In this video, I'll especially illustrate the importance of at that point of time when you'll be approaching for the interview. Before reaching to the interview place, you should at least have a common interview questions in your mind. Firstly, you should have a list of frequently asked questions in that particular job interview that you're going to be facing with. Remember that as per industry, as per sector, as per workplace, as per situation, and as per place, as per locality, questions can vary, but at least you should have an overview of very common questions. For example, tell me about yourself, or what are your experiences, tell about your academic experiences, how do you judge yourself, what are your weaknesses, what are your strengths, how do you see yourself after 5 years, or like these type of questions are damn common that you might be asked, and most probably these are the only questions that are asked in interviews. Remember that you should have complete a structure of every question, that your every answer, and you should have a star method in order to illustrate your point of view. Remember that situation, task, action, result. You should have STAR method in order to discuss your answers. Firstly, you should understand the situation. You should tell the situation. Afterwards, you will tell what task did you take in order to get rid of that situation, or did you in order to manage the situation. Now, what are the actions that you took in order to get rid of the problem that you faced while doing any work in your workplace, and then what result did you accomplish, what result did you get after doing that certain answer. So you should have STAR method in order to answer your question. Firstly, situation, task, action, result. Situation, task, action, result. Afterwards, your behavioral question will be asked. You should have at least, you should know yourself personally. In case you are asked like, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do in your spare time? What are your games? Is there any online game that you prefer to play? In that situation, if you'll taking time, if you'll be thinking for a moment that, okay, wait a minute, what are my hobbies? What game do I like? If you take pause, it means you're completely confused and you're confused on that answer. So you should really get rid of it. You should have answer of every question that are asked. Gap of 5 to 10 seconds are okay, but if you take more than that, in that scenario, interviewer will start judging you and start judging your answer as well. So you should have a structure of answers, and especially for behavioral question as well. So you should also, you can be asked any question like your personal experiences related to your last company in which you were working. Now, after knowing the answers of the most common questions that have potential to be asked, you should have a mock interview. Now, mock interview is an example of interview that you take or attend without visiting the real interview, just like mock tests you do for government jobs or something like that. Mock interview has the same same is that like the same potential that it brings out of your character. So you should have a person in front of you. You provide the questions that might come in your interview. Write them down and give it to them. Now they'll be asking questions. You'll be answering questions, but you should observe yourself, or you should get it recorded. Is that the perfect way that you answer the question? Is that perfect the way how you give expressions and emotions and intonations or pronunciation or accent or something like that? Like just structure yourself, analyze yourself, and observe yourself in any and all way possible. Once you will have your 360-degree analysis of your own self, then the chances will be reduced that the interviewer judges you. Before interviewer judges you, judge yourself. Your judgment will help you to accomplish much more, but if they judge you, they will win and they'll be seeing you losing. So don't do it. So have your behavioral questions about yourself, and then attend your mock interviews. You should know the importance of practicing in mock interviews, since every interview that you face enhances your understanding of the giving a perfect presentation in that situation. You should also have a complete code of conduct in an interview. You should understand that the importance of complete formal vocabularies. You should understand the importance of not having a quick body language. You should have an understanding of patience at the time of speaking when you are attending the interview. So you should watch the interviews on YouTube or something like that, and then practice it with the help of your friends or family or something. Anyway, now at the time when you'll be attending the interview on that particular day, there are certain things that you need to assess before visiting there. Remember that you should be dressing yourself properly, because your first impression will be your dress, and within 7 seconds of impression and understanding, the interviewer gets complete analysis of your body language, complete understanding of the result that you may get after the interview. Remember that choosing right outfit, right look, and right dressing sense enhances the potential of your selection. It's remember to wear the dress does not have much fashion style or something like that. It has complete formal look, and most commonly you should select some of the color like dark gray, blue, or these colors. These color enhances your looks in positive way. Remember, you should also focus on your grooming, your body language, your hairstyle, your beard, your mustache or something like that. You should arrive on time. That's one of the most important tasks, since you'll be at the company's atmosphere for very long. You'll have complete understanding of nearby situations, so you will feel a bit calmer. If you will be late, and if you'll be at the time when interview is about to start, then you'll feel nervous. But if you'll arrive before time, then you'll have a really long time for you to think about the situations that you might come across while attending the interview. Now, what to do if you arrive back at the interview campus or place? You should have at least a view of the place. You should see the culture, the atmosphere, the communication, the conversation of people. You should at least have an understanding of the atmosphere, since you're about to be a part of it. Next one is you should bring necessary materials. Imagine you just visited there with the empty-handed, and you just started your conversation. You asked for an interview. You brought nothing. So it doesn't make any sense. You'll be rejected there and then. So you should have a list of materials that you're going to bring while you'll be in interview. You should make a complete list of everything. You must have a pen. Phone should be on silent mode. Do not DND, turn it on. No text messages, nothing. There shouldn't be anything that can distract you or distract the interviewer as well, because at that time, every moment, every millisecond is judged by interviewer. Remember this. At the time, now you have visited the interview place. Now you're supposed to visit the interviewer's room. Now in part 4, you're going to understand what are these set of steps that you should be doing while attending the interview. You should be working upon your body language. You should be observing yourself. Is that the perfect way of sitting in front of anyone? Because these are just much more than your skills, knowledge, and something like that. See, interviewer has a thought that if this person contains the complete decency, if he is perfect, if it seems like he can learn from me, then they select you, and then they teach those set of skills to you. Even if you're not good at those skills, if you don't possess the necessary qualities that should be possessed by you in order to get the job, but still you'll be selected just because of your body language and your decency. If the interviewer sees that this person can be taught while simultaneously at the time of working, then they'll select you there and then. So body language matters a lot. Second one is communication clarity. Remember, if there's something that needs to be hidden, don't hide it. Say it clearly. The frank you'll be, not too much frank, but the frank you'll be, the clear your answers will be, the easy it will be for them to analyze your questions. Analyze your answers and have complete understanding of your answer and your personality as well. You should also show your enthusiasm in order to, get the attention of interviewers. You should express genuinely, and you should show your interest at the at the time when you'll be answering the questions. You should have complete energy of that role in the company. You should also balance the in your enthusiasm with profession as well. Remember that just because you're overexcited, it might spoil. It will be like a spoiled cup. So don't do it. Along with that enthusiasm, you should also have a complete understanding of everything that you're going to speak. In excitement, it should be taken care of that you're not speaking anything informally, or using normal vocabularies or something like that. Along with this, you should also possess your listening skills. The importance of active listening I've already included in the video. You might see on YouTube as well, on all social media platforms. So you should have complete listening skills. You should understand the things that are said by a interviewer. You should listen carefully the question, because several times it happens that interviewer is asking a particular set of questions, but your answer does not relate. It does not get relevant to that question. In that scenario, interviewer thinks that this person is not concentrating upon me, but he has complete concentration upon himself. So in that scenario, they don't prefer you to get selected. So listen carefully and answer accurately towards that question as well. Even if you don't answer the question, if you don't know the answer of the question, revolve around the answer. Then at least he should have a complete a tickle of that answer, a complete understanding of that answer. Even if you don't know, revolve around the answer. So afterwards, listening skill was one of the most important skill that you can inherit in order to get rid of your problems while facing the interview. Now remember, while you'll be answering and you don't know the answer, why am I saying you to revolve around the answer is that it will create a ripple effect. Remember that if you answer anything that does not completely relate the question but is around the question, then it might create a ripple effect, and in that effect he might find the answer. When you'll be speaking 10 to 15 sentences related to that answer, I'm not saying just if you don't know anything related to the question, then don't you dare to answer. Stay silent. So listening skill was one of the most important skill that you can learn in order to win in any interview, and win with flying colors. Now after the interview, there are two things that you should be doing. Are one of the two of the most important thing that you can ever do. First of all, follow up email. Always write thank you note. That thank you so much that I got an opportunity for attending interview with this type of interviewer who has asked a really relevant question. I really enjoyed the conversation between us. So write a thank you note. It will create a good rapport with a company as well. Now second thing that you should do after the interview is that you should have a complete reflection of the interview. Now reflect towards that interview. Remember, what answers did you give, and did the answer relate to the question that were asked by interviewer, and is there anything that you should be improving after the interview? Is there anything specific that you missed during the interview? Is there any question that you couldn't answer in that interview? Is there any situation where you were stuttering or be able to not be able to answer or something like that? Observe everything. Observe your pictures, your understanding, your pronunciation, your speaking, every small detail of that, so that in the next interview you won't find any problem like that. So you should assess your performance by yourself. It's not that interviewer will tell you that your body language is good, your speaking is good, but this is where you're lacking. It's not that. They don't tell. They either call you or they don't call you. It's that simple. Next one is you should identify the improvements and loopholes in your own personality for future interviews. And let's have a conclusion of everything. Remember that before interview, during interview, and after interview, these all three things are really important for better interview. You should have encouragement towards yourself. You should have complete, you should tell yourself every time that whatever you're doing is perfect, because whatever you think, you become. Remember this. You should have some call of actions. Now make a set of steps that you are going to take before going to the interview. Make set of steps, action list that you're going to do while you'll be doing an interview, and write a set of steps after the interview. So do it. There are additional tips and bonus tips that I would like to add in this, that always smile at the time when you'll be attending the interview, even if you don't know the answer. Say this with a smile. If you see that he's getting completely serious or the answer is going completely irrelevant, in that situation, stop it there and then and say, I'm sorry, I apologize, I'm not be able to articulate my answer. Or say it this way, that I'm not be able to create the sentences. I'm lacking the capability of explaining this answer. I'm already aware of it. Or there are certain skills that you might already aggregate while you'll be attending many interviews. That's it for today. I feel like I have included most of the important points that you should learn while attending interview. Thank you so much for watching. Wish you a good day. Take care.